Hi students, today we see testing about proportion under binomial distribution. Already we know about binomial distribution. Out of n trials, we need x success. This situation follows binomial distribution. So out of n trials, x success, that is x divided by n. That one is called proportion. So here we have to test that proportion. So here also we have the null hypothesis format of H naught is P equal to proportion value P naught, and the test statistics is here we follow Z distribution. Z is equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. Mu is the expected value of the binomial distribution. Sigma is the standard deviation of the binomial distribution. So the expected value of binomial distribution is NP, and the standard deviation of the binomial distribution is square root of NP into 1 minus P. So here we have the test statistics. Z naught is equal to x minus NP naught divided by root of NP naught into 1 minus P naught, and we have the rejection criteria the same as testing about mean, just only for a Z value. So the suppose for the alternative hypothesis P not equal to P naught, we have the rejection criteria Z naught greater than Z alpha by 2 or Z naught less than minus Z alpha by 2 for two-sided test. For P greater than P naught, we have the rejection criteria Z naught greater than Z alpha. For P less than P naught, we have the rejection criteria Z naught less than minus Z alpha. And the confidence interval is P cap minus Z alpha by 2 root of P cap into 1 minus P cap divided by n less than or equal to P less than or equal to P cap plus Z alpha by 2 root of P cap into 1 minus P cap divided by n, where P is the estimated proportion value. Already we know x divided by n. Okay, now we see one example about automobile engine controller. So in this example, the customer requires the process fraction defective at a critical manufacturing step not exceed 0.05, and that the manufacturer demonstrate process capability at this level of quality using alpha is 0.05. The semiconductor manufacturer takes a random sample of 200 devices and find that 4 of them are defective. Can the manufacturer demonstrate process capability for the customer? So we have the statements. One is the process fraction defective, which is not exceed 0.05. Okay, that is the proportion value. Fraction means only proportion. The proportion value not exceed 0.05. This is given statement. We want to test that statement. And another given information, alpha is 0.05, and out of 200 devices, 4 are defective. So out of 200, that is n is 200, here x is 4. The success is the defective items, that is only 4. Okay. So here, okay, we move to the solution. Here the parameter of interest is the process fraction defective, that is proportion form P, and the null hypothesis H naught is we have to assume only equal form P equal to 0.05 or P less than or equal to 0, actually greater than or equal to, because we have the statement in problem as we want to check the statement process fraction defective which is not exceed 0.05. Not exceed means only less than 0.05. So we have to consider that form, that is the proportion value not exceed 0.05 or the P value, that is the P value less than 0.05. That is we taken under alternative hypothesis, we have only less than form. And in null hypothesis, we have to consider equal to form or greater than or equal to form under null hypothesis. So P is P greater than or equal to 0.05 or so no problem, we can take it as P equal to 0.05. And alternative hypothesis we have p less than 0.05. Okay, and the test statistics, here we have only z test, z is equal to x minus np naught divided by root of np naught into 1 minus p naught. Already we know x is 4, n is 200, p naught is 0.05. And the rejection criteria, actually here we have an alternative hypothesis only less than form. Okay, p less than 0.05. So the rejection criteria also, here we have the form less than, so z naught less than minus z alpha. Alpha is here 0.05, so z naught less than minus z 0.05. That is, we have the rejection criteria z naught less than minus 1.645. And the test statistics computation values, by substituting all n, p naught and x values, here we get z naught as minus 1.95. Okay, and the conclusion is this z naught minus 1.95, which is less than minus 1.645. So this minus 1.95, which is less than minus 1.645, that is z naught less than minus z alpha. So here we have to reject, this is under rejection criteria, so we have to reject h naught, that is we have to reject p is equal to 0.05. That is, we have to accept the alternative hypothesis form p less than 0.05. That is, the process fraction defective p is less than 0.05 only. And also we can check with the confidence interval. The confidence interval formula for the less than category, p less than or equal to p cap plus z alpha root of p cap into 1 minus p cap divided by n. Only we consider the less than side only. For a two-sided test, we want to consider both sides, and also the alpha form is only alpha by 2. But here we have the alternative hypothesis p less than 0.05. So in confidence interval also we have to consider only p less than or equal to form. Okay, if we substitute the, before substituting, first we need to compute p cap value. So here p cap, already we know the estimated proportion value x by n. So 4 by 200 or 1 by 50, and alpha already we have 0.05 and n is 200. If you substitute that values, p is less than or equal to 0.02. So this is not included 0.05. Okay, so only below the 0.02 values are not included 0.05. So our conclusion is correct one. Okay, okay, next we move to the next case under proportion, testing about hypothesis under differences in population proportions. So that is, we need to check the two, there is differences between or there is no differences between the two population proportion under two samples. Okay, okay, okay. So here we have the null hypothesis, h naught is p1 equal to p2, and test statistics is here also we use only z test. Z naught is p1 cap minus p2 cap divided by root of p cap into 1 minus p cap into 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. Okay, the test statistics z naught is p1 cap minus p2 cap divided by root of p cap into 1 minus p cap into 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2, because here we have to take two random sample groups, n1 and n2. Okay, okay, the alternative hypothesis, the rejection criteria, here also the same format. For alternative hypothesis p1 not equal to p2, here also we have the same one, z naught greater than z alpha by 2 or z naught less than minus z alpha by 2. Suppose p1 greater than p2, here we have z naught greater than z alpha. For p1 less than p2, here we have z naught less than minus z alpha. And the confidence interval for two-sided test is p1 cap minus p2 cap minus z alpha by 2 root of P1 cap into 1 minus P1 cap by N1 plus P2 cap into 1 minus P2 cap divided by N2. Less than or equal to P1 minus P2 less than or equal to P1 cap minus P2 cap plus Z alpha by 2 root of P1 cap into 1 minus P1 cap divided by N1 plus P2 cap into 1 minus P2 cap divided by N2. Already in previous problem we use P cap is x by n, right? Suppose we need P1 cap, that form is x1 divided by n1, P2 cap is x2 divided by n2. And also in test statistics we need P cap. Actually P cap is x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2. Overall 2 random samples, that is out of n1 plus n2, what about our proportion rate x1 plus x2? So P1 cap is x1 by n1, P2 cap is x2 by n2, and P cap is x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2. Okay, next we move to the problem. This is about American Medical Association problem. So here we have 200 outpatients with major depression. The patients were randomly assigned to 2 groups. The very important sentence, patients were randomly assigned to 2 groups. One group received with the doctor name Johns, and the other received by placebo. So we have 19 of the placebo treated patients showed improvement, and 27 of the treated with Johns were improved. Is there any reason to believe that John's vote is effective in treating major depression? Okay, so only 19 patients treated with placebo, they are improved, but 27 people they are improved with Johnson vote. So we have to check that statement. And also the question is there any reason to believe the John's vote is effective in treating major depression? There is any difference? Okay. So here parameter of interest is the proportion of patients who improve treatment with John's vote or placebo. Okay. There is any improvement or not, both are equal. That is the parameter of interest is and also total there are 200 outpatient. Actually we have the patients were randomly assigned into 2 groups. We can take randomly 2 groups, but our convenient we are taking the 2 groups as 100 and 100. Okay. So we can divide this 200 into 2 groups. 100 with one group have a random sample 100, and the another group also have the random sample 100. Okay. So the overall proportions, that is the proportion of patients who improvement the treatment, both are equal or not. Okay. So the parameter of interest is the differences in proportion. And the null hypothesis, we have to assume there is no difference, both are equal, both are treating equal. So null hypothesis we are taking P1 equal to P2, and the alternative hypothesis there is some improvement. So that is they are not equal, there is some improvement, that is they are not equal. We don't know who is best. Either Johnson he may be best, or placebo he may be best. So both are we don't know that information. So who is best, we don't know. So that's why we have to take only that is both are equally treated. Now we are taking as a equal form P1 equal to P2. Unless there is some improvement now, maybe any one doctor they treat with some effectiveness, there is some difference. That is we are taking as a P1 not equal to P2. So the alternative hypothesis form is P1 not equal to P2, And the test statistics here z naught is equal to p1 cap minus p2 cap divided by root of p cap into 1 minus p cap into 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. P1 cap is, we are taking two group with random size 100 and 100. So P1 cap the 27 out of 100 and P2 cap is 19 out of 100. And both random sample size is 100. Already I said P cap is, in formula we need P1 cap, P2 cap, P cap. So P cap is x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2. P1 cap already we know x1 by n1 and P2 cap is n2 by x2. Sorry, P1 cap is x1 by n1, P2 cap is x2 by n2, and P cap is out of n1 plus n2, that is the size x1 plus x2. So P cap is x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2. So P1 cap is x1 by n1, P2 cap is x2 by n2, P cap is x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2. So P1 cap value 0.27, P2 cap value 0.19 and P cap value 0.23. And the rejection criteria is, alternative hypothesis is a two-sided test. So here we have, we want to check two side, that is z naught less than minus z alpha by 2 or z naught greater than z alpha by 2. So alpha by 2 is 0.025. So that is z naught less than minus z 0.025 or z naught greater than z 0.025. So z naught is less than minus 1.96 or z naught greater than 1.96. And the computation is here z naught is computation of test statistics value. Z naught is here. If we substitute all the P cap values, P1 cap, P2 cap and P cap in our test and N1, N2 value, we get Z naught is 1.34. And the rejection criteria is, so here the conclusion with using rejection criteria and computation value, that 1.34 which is greater than minus 1.96, right? Sorry, this 1.34 which is greater than minus 1.96, and also this 1.34 which is less than 1.96. Actually this is opposite to rejection criteria. Actually rejection criteria is z naught less than minus z alpha by 2 or z naught greater than z alpha by 2. But here we get z naught greater than minus z alpha by 2 and z naught less than z alpha by 2. So we cannot reject h naught. This is because this is not under rejection criteria. So we cannot reject h naught, and we have to accept h naught. They are equal, P1 equal to P2. That is, so there is no evidence to support the claim that Jane John's wort is effective in treating major depression. So they are treating, both are equal only. So there is no strong evidence for treating some effectiveness. Okay, and checking with the confidence interval formula, that formula is, it's a very long formula, P1 cap because for a two-sided test. So we have the form P1 cap minus P2 cap minus z alpha by 2 root of P1 cap into 1 minus P1 cap divided by n1 plus P2 cap into 1 minus P2 cap divided by n2 less than or equal to P1 minus P2 less than or equal to P1 cap minus P2 cap plus the left side form. Okay, so already we know about the P1 cap, P2 cap value. If you substitute all the values, actually here we have the interval is minus 0.3612 less than or equal to P1 minus P2 less than or equal to 1.9612. Actually this interval, it includes 0 value. That is, this interval includes the value P1 minus P2 equal to 0 or P1 equal to P2. So our conclusion is correct one.